is to give more details.
About how he got involved.
Exactly. He won't name the mutual friend who had basically introduced him to the scheme, or his mate, who apparently also got scammed.
Even though the investigator is pressing him.
Yeah, Abdul pushes, but the husband kind of deflects, and then he almost downplays it, saying it's only a few thousand.
Which seems a bit weird, given how angry he sounded just moments before.
Right. That hedging, that reluctance, it suggests maybe he's not telling the whole story, or perhaps doesn't want certain connections known.
So he's sticking to the victim's story, but being quite cagey about the specifics.
Mm-hmm.
How does Abdul react to all this?
Well, this is where Abdul, the investigator, really starts to turn the tables a bit. He challenges them directly.
How so?
He asks really pointedly, so it's your husband who's actually got scammed and he's using your name?
Oof, that's not just a question.
No, it's an implication, a strong one, suggesting maybe Nalia's role isn't just passive. Maybe she's more central and the husband is covering, perhaps?
Or being used as a shield.
Potentially.
Mm.
And then Abdul issues this really critical warning. He says, look, if further investigations go on through Ghazala and your names have popped up, it's going to look like you are in the wrong.
Basically saying, even if you think you're victims, the evidence, the association can point right at you.
Precisely. The paper trail might not care about your narrative.
And doesn't the investigator then suggest it might have been deliberate? Something about Ghazala being smart.
Yes, exactly. He says Ghazala has put your name through the system smart.
Put your name through the system smart? What does that even mean?
It implies Ghazala deliberately used their names, maybe their official details, in transactions or paperwork, made it look legitimate, perhaps.
To implicate them.
Or to make the transactions seem above board, using their names, maybe their reputation, while potentially setting them up to take the fall if things went south. It shifts it from just messy finances to potentially orchestrated involvement.
Wow. Okay. And then comes probably the biggest revelation in the clip.
This is where it really pivots, I think. The investigator asks Nalia, point blank, if she's a solicitor.
And she is. She confirms it. Yes, she's a solicitor.
And then Abdul drops the other shoe. He says, Ghazala's mentioned that. She's used your soliciting company for these payments.
Not just her personal account anymore. Her company.
Her professional identity. Her business. Linked directly to the payments in this alleged scam. That's huge.
It completely changes the potential stakes, right?
Massively. And Abdul also clarifies something else about his team visiting an address linked to her. He says, we didn't go for the mother-in-law. We went for, obviously, Nyla, didn't we?
So making it clear they weren't just harassing family. They were specifically targeting her based on the information they had.
Right. It reinforces that the focus is directly on Nalia, likely because of these links, the bank account, and now, crucially, the mention of her solicitor company being used.
So if you piece that together, the investigator isn't just asking questions. He's building a counter-narrative.
Absolutely. He's saying, essentially, Ghazala claims you were involved professionally, not just personally, as a victim's wife, or even just having money pass through your account. Using a solicitor's company for payments implies a level of legitimacy, maybe trust.
Or active participation.
Or active participation, exactly. It carries far more weight and potential legal implication than just receiving money personally.
You can almost, well, you can hear the mood shift dramatically after that. The husband. He gets really agitated.
Yeah, his frustration boils over. He says, I'm getting a bit angry.
And then he just blurts out this plea, doesn't he? It's quite raw.
It is. He says to the investigator, I don't want to help, but don't go to my family. Okay, please.
I don't want to help, but don't go to my family. That's stark.
It really is. And the call ends abruptly. Right after that, the investigator just ends it.